So without any waste of time, we'll get started. Miss Susan, you are highly welcome. Miss Song, you are welcome. Mr. Festus, you are welcome. Miss Gift Israel, you are welcome. Mr. Festus Ayan, you are welcome. Mr. Daniel Nana, you are welcome. Mr. Jackson, my boss, you are highly welcome. Cutie Pie, I don't know. I can see Cutie Pie. Okay, Jane, you're highly welcome. So I'll go straight to the point. We'll get started. I'll be sharing my screen in a few minutes. But before then, um, I just want to remind us of the reason why we're on this call. We're on this call because we want to have some conversations around visibility strategies, or rather, search engine optimization. In the last class we had on Tuesday, we talked about branding, right, and visibility strategies. So, getting to the other part of the section, um, uh, visibility, sorry, um, search engine optimization, we had to halt the class. So, and I made mention that each and every one of us should try as much as we can to think about, their brand. I told you to think about your brand, what you would like to achieve with your brand, the identity you would like to give to your brand, your unique selling point, put all these things together, and then let's create a visibility strategy for our brand. So today we'll be talking about SEO. Yes, we know SEO is one of the strategies that website owners uses to grow their brand. But you as a business owner, or you as a brand, or someone that is just starting, that don't own a website, how do you manage this? How do you ensure that your brand is being seen in the online space? Those are the things we'll be exploring. Yes, this is part of the things we'll be exploring today. And if you remember vividly, at the practical class we had, I showed us what it looks like to be found in the online space. I remember I searched for my profile and you saw, the results we got from the search engine results page. So going straight, I'm going to share my screen and we'll get started immediately talking about visibility strategies. And of course, I like practicals. So I will even take you down to Google, we'll do some practical things, see some things you can explore, and then we'll get going, okay? And then we'll get going. So if you are ready for this call, if you are ready for us to dive in, just drop in the comment section that I am ready, and we'll just hit the ground running. Just say, I am ready. All right? Just drop the comment, say, I am ready. Then we flow with this. Say, I am ready. I am ready. Yeah, so we could get started immediately. Just say, I am ready. I think with this, I should also be, I would know those of us that are still on the call with me. Say, I am ready. I am ready. I am ready. Nobody? Okay. I can see the reaction. All right. Okay. Miss Susie, well done. Okay, Mr. Festus, well done. Yes, I am ready. Okay, Glory Kano. All right. So let's go there. So I'll be sharing my entire screen and we'll go once. Okay, so I believe you can all see my screen. Yes, I believe you can all see my screen. Okay, so yeah, I believe you can all see my screen. So today, like I said, we're talking about search engine optimization. All right, search engine optimization is one of the strategies used by business owners to get more traffic to their websites. All right, it's one of the strategies used by business owners to get more traffic to their websites. Now, if your content isn't optimized, then search engines won't know how to rank it. Okay. Now, in a situation whereby you don't own a website, you begin to ask yourself, so how do you now, how do you get your business in the online space? How do you get people to know about your business? How do you get people to connect with you? Yes, those are the things we are going to explore today. Those are the things we are going to look at. All right. So, if you don't have a website, there are certain things you must do. Yes, there are certain things you must do because I know for sure that everybody listening on this call for now, looking at the fact that we are just branding ourselves, getting to understand branding and what it entails, then we may not really have a plan or a budget for a website. Okay, we may not have a plan or a budget for a website. So now, no matter how the level you are at, is to create a Google business profile. All right. Before now, Google Business Profile is known as Google My Business. Okay, Google My Business, and I'm going to show you how it works. I'm going to show you how it works. Okay, Google My Business help you get some level of visibility for your brand, especially if you are a brand that sells products, either physical product or digital product, irrespective of the product you sell. Show you how this can work well for you to help you get things done. All right. Now, one thing we need to understand, especially at this part of the country that we are at, is that the most preferred search engine, yes, the most preferred search engine, or the first place everybody runs to when they are looking for a content or for something online is Google. All right, it's Google. Now, let me list a few products owned by Google that you should also maximize to help your business grow. Number one, Google Business Profile, which I'm going to show us in practical how you can connect your business or how you can get started with it. Then we can follow up in our private classes. Number two is a YouTube channel. All right, it's YouTube. Okay, remember, Google owns YouTube, and for sure, Google is going to favor its users. All right. If you observe very well, if you don't have a Gmail account, you cannot create a YouTube channel. You cannot even comment on a YouTube post or channel. All right. So for all of us on this call, we are able to hear me, you are able to see me because you have a Google account. All right. You have a Gmail account, and you've even created a YouTube account, maybe unintentionally, and it helps you to be able to access Google. Now, Google owns YouTube. Google owns the Google Business Profile, of course. Google owns Gmail, okay? And even Google still makes it easier for you to build a website. Google owns Blogger. Now, this platform helps your business, all right? It helps your business to be found in the digital space. So what do you even do to get started? Let me head over to Google and show us that so that we'll look into these things one after the other. So I'll be going straight to Google now. I'll go straight to Google. Now, this is what my own Google space looks like. And I'll go to the search bar here. And I'm going to type for, let's just type for Lasskill. Okay, let's type for Lasskill Training Center. All right, let's type for Lasskill Training Center. Now, we've typed Lasskill Training Center, okay, and you can see the result I have on my page. If we scroll down, all right, I want us to focus on the right side of this. Okay, let's focus on the right side of the screen where we have this picture and this map on it. Okay, now if you look at the information we have here, you could see the address of Lasskill, 168 Idoro Road. You can see the other vital information like the hours, our opening hours or schedule, our phone number, okay? Then you can even see the number of reviews we've gotten so far, and also some information, our profile to Facebook, our profile to LinkedIn, and even Instagram, and of course, other hubs people search for. Now, it is very, very important that your business is being found in this. One thing you will observe here is that I'm able to say Lasskill Training Center because I clicked on Lasskill Training Center, or I typed in Lasskill in Uyo, or training centers in Akwa Ibom, or training centers in Africa or in Nigeria. So what list of centers are we even going to see? What are the things that will pop up? It now depends on the optimization you have given to. Now, if you remember, people go online with a particular intention to search for a particular thing. All right. People don't go online or type any key or something. They go there with the intention to get value or to get answer to a particular question. So when you know what your brand report, that makes it easy for people to find you. That makes it easy for people to locate your business. Or that even makes it easy for Google to show up your own business when someone searches for business related to what you do. If we come back to this sidebar and we scroll down again, all right, and we scroll down and you see this area, you can see this suggestion. People also search for, you can see IT Skills Academy, Skill Drills, Skill Learn, Skill Training Centers, and the all. These are because these brands does something similar to what Last Skill does. Okay. Now let's also focus on the main results we got. If you look at the first page, you can still see Last Skill. Now, we are seeing these things because one, Last Skill Training Center is actually the brand we have in mind to search for, and Last Skill has a website address. So, yes, Last Skill can easily be found. Then, when you scroll, you see other information from Last Skill. Now, let's act as if we don't know about Last Skill. Last Skill does not own a website, and we scroll down. If you look down, the next page that pop up was the Facebook profile, right? Then after the Facebook profile, we can see the LinkedIn profile, we can see YouTube, and then we can see Instagram. So it is relevant for every business owner or for every brand to create an account with the topmost social media space so that it helps your business to be seen. All right. Now, as long as you are in this digital space, you are learning a digital skill, I'd always advise and I always recommend everyone to create a LinkedIn account. And the last class we had, I talked about LinkedIn. I thought this, it helps you, it puts up your brand as an expert, puts out who you are as a professional, and it goes a long way for your own input, for your own business growth. Okay, so how do you sign up for this? All right, let's go to an incognito browser, to a private browser, because I believe I'm already in this space or I'm logged in already. But of course, yes, all of us are actually logged in on our Google. So now we can look at the options we have here. You can see where my mouse is. You can see where I'm hovering at. So before your profile picture, you have this set of this gear sign, these dots. Okay, you just have to click on them. It's going to open up numerous Google apps. Now, let's take a look at the third one we have here. It is called Business Profile Manager. Okay, it is called Business Profile Manager. Now, Business Profile Manager is what helps you to take your brand out there. Last Skill Training Center did not just pop up because we have a website. All right. It pops up because not just that we own a website, we also have a profile with Google. So when you search for Last Skill or something similar to Last Skill, it sure brings up our brand. So for you, what you have to do now is to go here, okay, and you tap on business profile. Now already we have a business profile. All right. So what it's going to do is to just show up my profile and I can edit and do everything I want to do. All right. Now, if you take a look at the business profile that is linked to this, my particular Gmail, you can see it is Last Skill Printing. So that's to say, even for Last Skill Printing and branding services, it has its own online space and its own content posted there. Now, when you bear this thing in mind, you find yourself intentional about the kind of things you post online. Okay, the first thing each and every one of you must do, you can take note of it, is to create a business profile. All right, create a business profile. Create a business profile. Okay, it will go a long way to help you. All right, create a business profile. Yeah, I'm looking at wrapping up this call within the next 30 to 45 minutes. I always want us to stick with an hour class here, so I would not want to talk much. But now, take note of the first option I'm giving you. create a business profile. Now, I believe you all have your pen and paper handy. There is something else I want you to do that is very, very important. There are factors you need to consider before you take your business online. Both of them are the things we discussed in our previous class. All right. Meanwhile, for this particular profile that I'm talking about, you can go to business.google.com as well. All right. You can type business, okay, .google.com. All right. You can type business.google.com. Yes. And you can see it shows my business on Google. All right. So go to Google, type google.business and business.google.com. Then just follow through the screen. Yeah, follow through the screen to see the feedback, to see what you get, and you just create a profile for yourself. But there is one thing again, like I said, I want you to do, just like what I told you in the last class. Before you do all this, I believe each and every one of you listening to me, about 9 of us on this call, has already decided on your USP. I said it in the last class. What makes you unique? All right. If you've not discovered that, if you've not done anything, then try as much as you can to reach out to me. Remember, I told you all that I'm available for you all for the next 10 days, and it's past 4 days already. You have 6 more days to reach out to me to guide you on how to take your brand to the online space. It is very, very important, even if you don't do it 100% correct, even if you don't get it perfectly well, ensure that you follow and you do some basic steps. Number one, the name of your business, the name of your brand, what you want to be known as. Okay. I remember after the call, I had a couple of questions from some of us, and many people made mention of having different skills, and they don't know the exact skill to push as who they are or as their own brand. Okay. Now let me guide you on something. If you are good at singing, right? Let's say you're a voiceover artist, okay, and you are also a data analyst, right, and a comparer, okay. You MC events, you MC events. Now, you love these 3 things you do, and these 3 things are what you would like to be known as. Okay, I'll give you a simple example. Numerous skills, having discovered that I'm good at different things, at many things. What I did was to look for a name that would encompass or that would cover or that can shield everything, an umbrella name for what I'm good at. Now, 2 things are involved. You may get a name that may suit 1 or 2, but may not cover all. All right. Then all you do at this point is to find a way to factor it into your tagline, and your name becomes your brand. For me, my name is Charles Ifeanyi Izuoba, and of course, my name is a brand name. Okay. Now, anyway, I put or I introduce myself as Charles Ifeanyi Izuoba, I don't add a tagline or a slogan to myself as founder and CEO of Laskill. No. Instead, what I do is I tell you about the skills or the services I offer. So you hear me say something like, my name is Charles Ifeanyi Izuoba. I am an innovative digital marketer, web developer, and skill monetization strategist. All right. Digital marketing already encompasses a lot, even the web development. Then skill monetization strategies is also because of the knowledge or the experience I've had in the past that I also use in guiding my students. All right. That I also use in guiding my students on how to go through. Okay, from the feedback I'm seeing here, network. Oh, and since some network is beginning to fluctuate. I'm so sorry about that. I'm so sorry about that. But hopefully, it's just the weather this evening is just messing up everything, but it's all good. We'll scale through. We'll scale through. We'll scale through. Okay. So, like I said, the first thing you have to do now, having discovered what your brand is, okay, and your brand identity, your color, the color you want to use or you want to be identified with. All right. Looking at my profile, you already know what my color is. Looking at last skill, you already know last skill's color. Looking at HS tutorial, you already know its color. All right. So which color do you want to associate to your brand, to your business, and even to yourself as a person? Because you also is a brand. All right. Now, when you discover these things, your USP, your brand identity, which includes your logo, your color, then you can set up your profile, because this time you're setting up this profile with the intentionality of reaching a particular set of audience, or you are setting up this profile telling the world who you are and how you want them to address you. Okay. Now, once you have done this and you've successfully created your profile, the next thing is to begin to make noise about your brand. A good friend of mine, Mr. Emeka Nobis, will always say you have to market your brand shamelessly. He has a book called Shameless Marketing, and if you go through that book, it contains a lot of ideas that can guide you on how to market your brand shamelessly. It is your brand, it is your business, it is what you do. Push it with all you've got, but push it strategically. All right? Push it strategically. Okay, so moving to the next one, we have Facebook and Instagram. Facebook and Instagram, all right, just the social media on its own. Facebook is a good place you can use to push your brand. But please, I would always say this. Facebook, yes, is a good place you can push your brand, but also remember that as a personal brand, you have to be conscious of the things you do on Facebook. Okay? You have to be conscious of the things you do on Facebook. One of the things I love about Facebook is that it gives you an opportunity to reach a wider audience. We have over 80 billion active users on Facebook. Why is your brand not found on Facebook? What are you doing? Right? What exactly are you doing? Do you just go on Facebook to consume other people's content and not put out your own content for them to consume? Now, there are three things Facebook helps us achieve. First of all, it helps you tell your story beautifully if that is what you want. It helps you connect with the right audience, and it helps you promote your business. Okay. Now, if you just want to go to Facebook and catch cruise and have fun, fine, it is your own option. But you can do beyond that on Facebook. You can do beyond that on Instagram. And it is also important that you understand that every social media platform is not meant for every kind of business or brand. All right. Now, there are platforms that performs well on Instagram, on TikTok, on Snapchat, and they just do little to nothing on Facebook because their audience are not there. There are brands that don't even advertise online. They just go strictly with traditional marketing because they understand what their market is. But trust me, who doesn't want to take their brand online in this current dispensation? All right. So it's also important that in using these things, you utilize your profile very well. So I'm going to show us how to make just a simple design that you can start with. Because if you want to create or optimize your profile for your branding, then you must either have your logo or have a professional headshot of you that will use as your profile picture, and the same thing you will maintain across. Now, the reason why you are doing this thing is because you want, when somebody go online and search for you, to find you and even find you or find your page or your brand. Consider now is a bit of graphic design. Okay. Now we have a tool called Canva, which a lot of us know about. Canva has made it easy for you to build whatever you want to do. All right. If you don't even want to do a portfolio for yourself with Canva, you can get that done. But let's just look at the very or the simplest thing we can do with Facebook. All right. We can do with Canva for our visibility. Now, I may not begin to design for you. The purpose of this call is not to begin a graphic design class, okay? But just to give you a heads up, heading straight to Canva, which I'm going to do now, can just make it easier for you to get started with your brand in the online space. So when you go to canva.com, I believe we all know Canva already. When you go to canva.com, yeah, I'm actually seeing all this because I do a couple of designs with mine. So you can just head over on the search bar and type on, okay, from these options we have it, just type on logo. Okay, type on logo. All right. Now, when you type on logo, you are going to see several options of logos. Okay, just look for what interests you, what you feel aligns with the brand you are promoting or what you want to push, any one of it, and you just select something. So let's assume I'm a personal brand. I can go for something like this. All right, as a personal brand, I may decide to go for something like this. You click on customize template. Now, one thing I love about Canva is the fact that you can play around the fonts, change the colors, and let it reflect your brand. But the first thing I will advise you to do, remember, we are talking about visibility strategy. Okay, one of the first thing I'd advise you to do is the moment you come on Canva, either you are using your mobile phone or you are using a desktop app, right? The first thing you do the moment you arrive here is to rename your design. At the top here, you can see the name given to this particular design: black, white, simple, monochrome initial name logo. All right. So, what is your brand name? My brand name is Charles Izuoba. All right. So, you type in your brand name there as the name of this logo. Okay. Now, the reason why you are doing this, let me explain so that you understand. Now, most of us, we go online to search for products, right? And sometimes when we go online to search for product and you type in the name of a product, you filter your search to image search, and you see images of that brand or that item or product you've typed on Google. The reason why you are seeing those images is because those images carry the name of that product you've searched for, you've typed for. It is called keywords. It is called, keyword actually. All right. Now, these are the things that are making you see a particular picture. Now, if you go on Google, for instance, and you type on, let's say, Gucci images, all right, let's just use Gucci for instance, and you type on Google Gucci images, from what you can see on the screen, you can see that we only have pictures of Gucci. We have pictures of products that has been designed by Gucci, all right? And that is because these images we see here has either Google as its title or is being posted in a blog that has a content written about Gucci. So you would not see anything, let's say, maybe individual that has a content relating to Gucci and it has been properly optimized, you are going to see it in this search bar. Now, the same thing happens to your business. What do you want people to find you with when they go online and search for your brand? Do you want them to find you with the name Charles Izoba, or do you want them to find you with the name XYZ products? Then give your design the name of that. I don't know if this makes sense. Please, if it does, just kindly drop a comment. I just need to be sure that I'm still on this call with us. Thank you so much. You have about 12 of us on the call. So if it does, please, if what I'm saying does make sense to you, if you are really, flowing with me and understanding what I'm saying, please just drop in the comment section. It also gives me the notion that I have my people with me on this call. All right. So while we are at that, we'll still proceed. So you all understand the reason why I came here, to show you the importance of giving your logo or that image you are discussing the name of your brand. All right, Mr. Patrick, thank you so much. Okay, so now this is the logo concept I want to design. So all you do, you just come over, you change to your name. If we remember vividly at the last class, I made mention of something, okay? I won't do anything sophisticated here, all right? We are not learning graphic design. I just want to show you some things you can do. Okay, now, the letter or the word we are seeing here does not actually align with our brand, okay? You can come back to elements at Canva, all right, and just type maybe CI, okay? Just type CI, all right? Type CI there. Okay, now from the graphics, you go to see all. You can see different designs of CI, all right? CI like Charles Zoba. So just play around it. Look through anyone you feel that aligns with you, that you like, and you can use it to represent your brand. Fine. Okay, anyone you feel that aligns with what you want to, or anyone you pick interest in, you just use it. Now we have different options of CI. Let me look at this. I may decide to use this. Okay, I may decide to use this, and now we have CI here. Okay, and Canva has given me an option to change the color. So let's assume my brand color, of course, the Lascale brand color is gold and white and black, and I want it to also reflect here. Then all I'll do is to change the colors. Okay, this is the green. I come over here. I know the color code for Lascale, which is D99515. I put it there. I come to the white section. I change it to white as well. Okay, you just click. I'm not teaching graphic design. I'm just giving us a rough sketch. So now we have CII, which is Charles Zoba, and I feel I want this to represent my brand. Okay, so what I will do, all right, is like I said, you've saved it already. You've changed the name to Charles Zoba. So you ensure that this thing is saved with this same name, Charles Zoba. Okay, then you download your image. So for you, it's going to be the name of your brand. Okay, it's going to be the name of your brand. It's going to be the name you want to promote, the name you want to be known as. So you just click on download, then you download your image. This is not a graphic design class, please. So don't actually expect me to go in depth. But if you are on this call and you would like to learn graphic design, especially Canva, okay, I'm going to give you access to my course on Canva for free. I'm not charging you any money for that. The fact that you are on this call, in fact, if you need access to my Canva design course, just give me access in the comment section. I'm going to take a screenshot of that. Only those that responded for me to give them access, that I will give access to this course. Okay? So just say, yes, give me access. Give me access. Then after the call, you can come into my DM and I'll give you access to it. Now, the Canva design course is going to help you understand how you can do or make your designs with Canva. All right, Song, I've seen you. Give me access. So this will give you a proper guideline on design, help you understand colors, help you understand how to navigate through Canva, to understand the elements, how to change colors, where to get your color codes, how to remove backgrounds, and stuffs like that. Okay, I'm not going in depth into that
It's
in this
9
call
o'clock.
because that is not the reason why we are here. So I've seen two persons ask for access, Mr. John and Ms. Nsison. There is no problem. After the call, just chat me up on WhatsApp and I'll give you access to the call. So now that we have this, we are going to download our logo. I have downloaded the logo. Okay, I've downloaded the logo. So the next thing you do now is to go to your Facebook or your Instagram or your YouTube and you upload this logo. I believe you know how to do that already. All right. So once you do that, work on your cover photo, work on everything that you need to work on, and you've sorted that identity. All right, that identity for your brand. So let's just quickly look at Facebook. Let me tell you the couple of things you can work on. Let's just type Facebook, and we'll use Lascale Training Center as an example, as a case study. Now, if you are promoting your brand, okay, you can see Lascale, excuse me, please. You can see Lascale Training Center has it the one running it, you are still the one doing everything. But learn to see your brand, okay, learn to see yourself as two different entities. It matters a lot, and it's also going to go a long way to get you to do or to achieve your goals. I don't know if you can still see my screen. Can you still see my screen? Please, can you still see my screen? If you can, kindly let me know. Okay, so moving ahead and wrapping up, when you get to Facebook, I want to show us some things on Facebook, but I don't know. Oh, you can't see my screen again. Okay. So what may be the challenge? Okay. Okay, Glory Carlo, I've seen yours as well. All right, I don't know what the challenge may be, but let me stop sharing and continue and start sharing again to see what it will look like. Oh, all right. Okay, I believe you can see my screen now. Yeah, I believe you can all see my screen, right? Okay, all right. So now, when you come over to your Facebook, like I said earlier, learn to differentiate yourself, right? Yourself from your business. These are two different entities, even if you are the one running it. Okay, learn to separate it. Now, for your Facebook, you can see this part where we have different pictures, right? You see this part where we have different pictures. Don't joke with this area. Okay, don't joke with this area. Whatever you post here or whatever you use here should be the exact message you want to pass across to your audience when they visit your website, or sorry, when they visit your profile. If you look at us, you come to observe that we are a training hub. That is why we have this kind of a profile here. So you see people learning, you see people getting value. Okay, it shows we are a training hub. Now, for your own business, you need to put up something that would reflect your brand. Okay, you need to put up something that will reflect your brand. It is very, very important. All right, seeing this alone, you say like, oh, this is a training hub. This is where people can go and learn and acquire relevant digital skills. It's already speaking for itself. Now, do you know how much it costs, right? Do you know how much it costs to create or well, to advertise in the streets, to create a billboard, all right, or to run an ad, a traditional ad on a billboard on the streets? Billboard advertising is very, very expensive, and you have to pay for either 1 month or 2 months or 3 months, a quarter, depending on the agreement or the arrangements you have with them. And you will not spend anything less than 150,000. Nothing less than that, even if it's your friend that owns the company. Okay, because you have to design your flex, your banner, and then you pay them for their charge, then you mount those flex. So when it comes to the online space, social media, for instance, Facebook, for instance, or LinkedIn, and even YouTube, this is your online billboard. Use it wisely. Use it to the best of it. Use it well. It should be simple and it should also give you the value you need. It should be simple and it should also communicate what your brand is about. Remember, we are talking about SEO, search engine optimization, visibility strategies. It's one thing for someone to go online, search for your brand, they find you on Google, then they click on your link to land on your website, on your social media, and they are pissed off with what they see. So ensure that you maintain that consistency across every platform. It matters. So make sure you set up a cool and a professional cover photo that speaks for your brand. Now, I gave you an example with my logo, the logo I designed. Go to the search bar again and type Facebook cover photo. Okay, Facebook cover photo, and you can enter. Okay, I don't know if, please, can you still see my screen? I don't know. Please, can you still see my screen? Oh, oh, okay, okay. Let me stop sharing and continue sharing again. We'll be wrapping up shortly. It's almost an hour, so we'll be wrapping up shortly. Okay, can you see my screen now? And look for what aligns with yours, and then you edit. Please, I hope you can still see my screen, please. Okay. All right. Please, can you still see my screen? We'll be rounding up in 10 minutes. Then we'll take questions. I think the thing is just fluctuating. I don't know why. Okay. All right. Can someone just notify me if you can still see my screen so I can wrap up with the last part here? Yes, we'll just wrap up in the next 10 minutes once we talk Instagram. Yes, I can see your screen. Okay, all right. Thank you so much. Okay, so like I said about this, all right. So once you are done with this, the next thing you do, you edit these things, take off whatever you don't like or whatever you don't want, make it reflect your own brand. All right, make it reflect your own brand. Once you do that, then you can publish this online, and of course, use it to get the value you want to get. Okay, once you are done with this, the only thing you have to do next is to publish it online for people to see it. All right. Download the image. You go to your Facebook. We know how all these ones are done. All right. And then you upload. The same thing also applies. Sorry. Okay. So the same thing also applies to your LinkedIn and other social media platforms. Okay. Yeah. You can all see my screen, Mr. Festus. All right, applies to LinkedIn and other social media platform. Okay, so to wrap up for the evening, like I said earlier, all right, like I said earlier, brand yourself. Okay, understand the reason why you are going online to this online space. All right, understand the reason why you are to the online space. Understand or get a well detailed information about yourself. Know yourself, because it is what you tell us about yourself that we will see you as, that will regard you as. So it's important you do your research. Okay, this is 5 days gone. Okay, 4 days gone. We have 6 more days. Reach out to me. Let's discuss about your brand. It is 100% free for you as long as you're in our community. Let's discuss, let's have some conversations around your brand, and we set you up for success. These are the first things you must do. These are the first stages you must scale through. These are the first stages you must pass in order to take your brand to the point you want, to where you want it to be. All right. So it is extremely important that you are conscious of your brand so that you can achieve the desired goal. All right. Now, having said this, I'll go to my slide and we'll wrap up with my slide. I don't know if you all can still hear me. If you can, Mr. Festus, you say you can't see. Yeah, I stopped sharing, but I'm going to share the screen again now to wrap up with my slide. I'm going to share the screen now to wrap up with the slides. Okay, so another interesting place or another place you should also consider for your online brand is Pinterest, especially if you are good with graphics. If you're a graphic designer, okay, you can consider Pinterest for your brand. You can consider Pinterest. Okay, over there on Pinterest, you share pictures, relevant pictures, high quality pictures of what you do, of your brand. Okay, you share high quality pictures of your brand, of what you do, to get people to know more about you and also find a way to connect with you, to connect with your brand. Okay, it is very, very important. It is very, very important that whatever you do, anything you are passionate about, talk about it in the online space. Utilize the online space very, very well. Okay, this is visibility for you. Okay, it's not a new deal, it's not a new thing again that everybody goes online. Our parents are online, some of us, our grandparents are online. Okay, some great grandparents are even opportune to hear about most of these things, and the children, the grandchildren, show them these things. So a grandparent or a parent can see your brand, pick interest in your brand, and find a way to reach you. So one of the things that would help you scale through, especially now that you are currently learning digital skills, are to ensure you build an online presence that will help you stand out. And those are a couple of things we've talked about. Create a business profile on Google. Optimize your Facebook and Instagram account, and LinkedIn most especially. I've showed you a little ways to go about Canva, creating a logo for yourself, all right, creating a logo for yourself, and creating your cover photo and uploading these things. Okay, it is very, very important that you do these things. These are the first stages. Remember, we are talking visibility strategies today. These are the first things you must understand. Now, when you do this, the next thing you have to do now is to understand how to use this platform, and that is what will lead us to social media marketing. Okay. Now, remember, before I started this call, I said something about Facebook, right? I said Facebook is that platform that helps us achieve three things. Number one, it helps us to connect with our friends and our loved ones, with our community. All right. Secondly, it helps us to share our stories beautifully. Okay, you share your stories the way you want people to know you, to hear you, to like you, to find you. And lastly, it also helps us to achieve our business goals. All right, but like I always tell my students, the KLT strategy: nobody will do business with you if you are not properly branded. Nobody will do business with you if they can't see you online. So they must see you, which is to discover you. And when they discover you, they must like you. Then when they like you and trust you because of the kind of content you put out, then they can do business with you. So if there is nothing better still, I can drop some articles for us in our community where we would learn how to utilize social media. But before we get to that point, please brand yourself. That is what we want to achieve for this coming week. So everybody, I may be in your DM to ask you about your brand, but if I don't come to your DM, come to my own DM. In your groups, tag me as much as you can to remind me that we need to do an overview of your brand. Because if you don't brand yourself properly and you take yourself outside, you may not get the desired result. But when you brand yourself properly and you've been easily identified or spotted in the online place, then you can utilize those platforms to get what you want. So, my dear friends, I thank you for your time. It's absolutely an amazing period. And I am so sorry we started a bit behind schedule today. Those of us that were on the call before now, I explained to them what actually happened, and it's well, it's good. I'm happy it didn't go the other way around. It's actually for our own good, and I pray this session, we get value from it. Yes, we get value from it. Okay, so please, I don't know if you have any questions. If you do, you can drop them in the comment section. I will stop sharing my screen now so I can go to the comment section to look at what we have there. All right, to look there. So if you have questions, please feel free to drop your questions here. And thank you for the amazing 1 hour we have spent together. If you have questions, feel free to drop them. And please take note of the things I said today. Take note of the things I said today. All right. Now, if you are on this call, try as much as you can to subscribe to our channel. It is very, very important. Okay, subscribe to our channel. An extension of what we are doing now will also be posted on this channel. Okay, relevant videos or questions you have, you can always drop a comment on our videos too, and we are going to reply. Okay, expect something awesome next week, Friday, by God's grace. The other team members are also going to anchor this. And like I said, I may be hosting any of you at any time. So get ready. Miss Gift, I may decide to call you to be on the show next week with me or anybody. All right. So just get ready and go back and do your assignments. These things are very, very important. So if you are still on this call with me, just drop a comment. Okay. If you are still on this call with me, just drop a comment. I want to know those that stay till this end. I can see we are about 8 in number in this call. So if you are still here, just say hello, Mr. Charles. Just say hello, Mr. Charles, or drop a comment. Yes, I have my reasons for asking this. If you are still on this call, just drop a comment in the comment section, in the chat session. Okay, before we round up. Okay, Glory, yes, Miss Glory. Thank you, Miss Sisson. Prince Don Silvanus, yes, you are still on the call. I can see. Miss Christabel, sorry, network, it's well. Okay, hello, Mr. Charles, thank you. Thank you as well. And thank you for your time. Thank you, it out to be here with me today. Yes, it's an amazing time together. And I hope you got value. I hope you got value. So if you do get value from this call, just try and subscribe to this channel. It goes a long way to encourage us as well. Okay. So thank you so much, amazing friends. Yeah, despite despite the challenge we had, we still scaled through, and I'm so glad to spend this amazing 1 hour with you all. Yeah, so I will notify us once this video is ready to be published on our YouTube channel, so that you all can access it and do the needful. So Festus, thank you. Song, thank you. Cutie Pie. Cutie Pie is what's your name again? Cutie Pie. So talking about the name now, Cutie Pie. I believe by the next call, all right. In fact, after this call, you just need to work on the name of your channel. Okay. Yeah, work on the name of your channel. It's part of this branding we were talking about. Okay. So who is Cutie Pie? You get it? Who is Cutie Pie? Okay. Will I go online and search for Cutie Pie? No. All right. So your brand, you are a brand. It should bear your name. Put your name there and let us let us identify you with your name. Okay, so Glory, thank you. John, thank you. Festus, thank you. Mrs. Song, thank you. Kutipai, okay, thank you. Prince Don, thank you. Mrs. Song, thank you so much. I'm glad to have you all on the call. Do have an amazing evening. Please, if you have questions, slide into my DM, all right? Slide into my DM. Mr. John, that should be Investor Lucent, right? Thank you for your time. Thank you for showing up. All right. So I do wish us an amazing evening, and I am open to guide you on this path on becoming successful in the digital space. I remain Charles Ifeanyi Uzoba, your best friend at Last Skill, and I wish you success in all you do. So please don't forget, subscribe to our YouTube channel. It will go a long way for us. Thank you, and do have an amazing evening. And we'll stick to time next time. Okay. Peace. Yeah.